Okay, so on the next page, your notes don't like written out. It's part of your notes. It's just the next clean paper in your notes. Okay, so what we're going to do today, and then we'll do a little bit more on okay, yeah. What we're doing today is we're going to see if you combine fiscal and monetary policy, what's like the short run and long run effects of that. So like, we're going to split your page, so it's like front and back. There's going to be a top and a bottom like that. Like we're going to split it in half. So it's going to be like expansionary, fiscal, expansionary, monetary, contractionary, fiscal, contractionary, monetary, expansionary, fiscal, contractionary, monetary, contractionary, fiscal, expansionary, monetary. Okay. We're dividing, yes, but it's half, like front half, back half. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to draw like a line, not down the middle like a column. I want you to draw like where the hole is, like that middle hole, like just a line across. Same thing on the back. So I'm going to start off slow, but then I'm going to speed it up today. You don't have to, because then it's going to like, I mean, that's where your notes are. Keep on where your notes are. Okay. Okay, just keep in mind, in that top half, we're going to be fitting a lot of stuff on there, so don't go crazy big graphs. We're going to put four graphs along with like descriptions and things in each of those sections. So don't do too big of graphs. Okay. So for the first title, so we're gonna have like a title on top, title on the bottom. For the first title, we're gonna do expansionary, fiscal, and expansionary, monetary. Monetary policy, typically you would think they would be going in the same direction, but not necessarily. One's done by Congress, one's done by the Federal Reserve, and they don't talk to each other. Not really. They have in the past, but that doesn't mean it actually does anything. So let's go, I'm not going to be serious today. I'm just going to ask people. Kristen, what are the two tools of expansion? Oh wait, hold on. Expansion of fiscal policy. The economy must be in a what if we want to expand? We're in a recession. So I'm going to start by drawing my first graph, 1 out of 4. I explained the main graph and then like okay, finish copy. I explained the main recession.
Teacher, find a real quick interruption here. Bus 14 was late today. If there's any
Naomi, we were talking about taxes and government spending. So what should I do with taxes and what should I do with the government spending to expand the economy? Lower taxes and or increase spending. So for fiscal policy, we want to just keep underneath the title. We want to lower taxes and or increase government spending. Bryn, if we were to decrease taxes or increase government spending, which curve would shift and in which direction? So what? 80 increases, goes to the right. So I'm going to write that, and then I'm also going to draw it. If taxes are lower or government spending is higher, we're going to have more spending. Aggregate demand is going to go to the right, and it looks like everything is A-okay. This is where the short run like ends. But like in the long run, of money the government spends and decrease taxes, what does that create? What does this combo create? It creates a deficit. So expansionary fiscal policy, just abbreviate, expansionary fiscal policy creates a deficit. On which graph do you think we're going to be drawing next? Not yet. Oh, not yet. Logan. Bucket. What are you carting out? What graph is that? Long funds. What's on the y-axis? Real interest rates. Quantity of vulnerable funds. Ooh, let's say money. Quantity of vulnerable funds. It just looks like a regular supply graph. TNS. You've tried crowding out like more times than you can probably count. I don't know what you like. If you like more demand of loans, if the government creates a deficit and they need to borrow money, or less supply of loans, you do you. Don't look at me for the next part. You do whatever it is. I'm going to shift supply to the left, but if you want to shift demand to the right because that's how you know it, that's fine. Either way, the real interest rate better go up. What are the tools of monetary policy, expansionary monetary policy? We're talking about expansionary, so which one? Buy bonds. So the Fed buys bonds. Buys bonds. What are they going to do with their discount rate, Grace? If they wanted to change the discount rate, are they going to raise it or lower it? If you want to expand, we're going to lower the discount rate. Lower the discount rate. Ainsley, what about the required reserve ratio? Lower it. Any up? Which graph are we going to draw first before we show a shifted aggregate demand? The money market graph. What's on the y-axis? Anna? Nominal trade. Money. What does money supply look like, Riley? Oh, I know it's called vertical. Okay. Money supply, money demand. Caleb, what is that interest rate right there? They're all nominal trades, but that one particularly is called what? The federal funds rate. I'm going to just put like FFR for short, but we remember that that's the federal funds rate. And Hobby, if they were to either buy bonds or lower the discount rate or lower the RRR, which curve is going to shift and in which direction? It's going to shift to the right. Good job. The federal funds rate lowers, nominal trade lowers, and then now we can say that aggregate demand is going to shift to the right because now we have a reason for it to shift to the right. Like buying bonds doesn't directly shift aggregate demand, but buying bonds lowers interest rates and that shifts aggregate demand because that would change investment spending and you buying cars or whatever. So instead of redrawing it, I'm just going to write aggregate demand because interest rates go down, investment spending goes up, aggregate demand increases. What happens in the long run, Sophia, if interest rates go down? Perhaps like longer economic growth. Up, and you did that direction. Were you thinking about a particular graph in your head? No? Oh, you should be. What graph you should be thinking about longer economic growth? The PBS curve. Okay, so the interest. What? Are you sure? Yeah. Okay. And if interest rates go down, like in the long run, how would the potential way you describe it? Like as interest rates go down, those of you that have gotten like that right on FRQs, do you remember how you described like what happens to long-run economic growth in the previous question, interest rates went down? What kind of words did the participant use? Increase of what? Increase of capital stock, what are you saying? We're not going to use the word expansionary because that's very temporary. It's not long run, it's short run. Like that's expansionary, but this is not a PPF curve like should be right. What? Growth, long run economic growth caused by more what? Capital stock, or you can say capital investments or capital spending or investment spending, any of those. So like in the long run, there's like growth because more capital stock. Okay. But here's the thing. We just look at those two graphs separately. Situations. We said here's some tools of fiscal policy and here's short run and long run effects. Here's some tools of monetary policy, here's short run and long run effects. But what if, and this is the last thing we're doing in this little box, so we have enough room to like summarize what happens to the following things. Don't make no article just yet, because you don't know how much you're going to write. I want you to look what happens to aggregate demand for both of them. Look at what you just wrote for aggregate demand for both of them, and we're going to see if they match what you wrote. Caroline, what happens to aggregate demand with expansionary fiscal policy? What happens to aggregate demand with expansionary monetary policy? So when you combine them together, what does aggregate demand do? It increases. Michael, if aggregate demand increases, what happens to the price level when aggregate demand increases? Think about what the graph looks like. If aggregate demand shifts to the right, price level on the y-axis, then increase. Price level increases, real GDP also increases because aggregate demand is increasing. Faith, what do you think is going to happen to the unemployment rate? We didn't draw the Phillips curve, but we could probably guess what's happening to the unemployment rate if they're expanding the economy. Unemployment is going to go down. Employment is going to go up, but unemployment is going to go down. But let's look at interest rates. Notice I didn't say like nominal or real, I just say interest rates. So we're looking at both of them. Look at what interest rates did on fiscal policy. Look what interest rates did on monetary policy. What happened to interest rates? Who says they went down? Who says they go up? Who says I don't know? That's the correct answer. I don't know. Crowding out causes interest to go up in the long run. The expansion in monetary policy causes interest rates to go down. So when they combine both policies at the same time, I have no idea. I don't know if they cancel completely. You don't know if it's like the same amount change. One can have a bigger effect than the other one, but I don't know. The answer would be I don't know. I don't know is now a possible answer. They're not going to use the word I don't know. They're going to use the word indeterminate. Like you cannot determine. You cannot tell. And so, what? It's not D&E, it's just indeterminate. Ooh. There we go, that's an E. And that's an R right there. Christian, long-run economic growth is dependent on interest rates and the idea of like pizza ovens that make pizza. So what happens to long-run economic growth?
What happens?
Yeah, what happens to long-run economic growth? completely dependent on interest rates. Lower interest rates, better economic growth. Higher interest rates, less economic growth. Higher no interest rates.
I don't know what happens.
Yeah, that's right. Long-term growth? I don't know. Indeterminate. So here's the thing. If you have both expansionary, you know what happens in the short run. I know that that's going to help the economy because the aggregate demand's going to go up and the price level's going to go up and that's going to help our unemployment rate. But I have no idea what's going to happen in the long run. I know tomorrow. I don't know in 10 years. Tomorrow's going to be better, but in 10 years, I have no idea what's going to happen. Well, there's 4 options. We just did one. Second option, bottom half. Contractionary. Contractionary fiscal policy and contractionary monetary policy. Contractionary fiscal, contractionary monetary. Okay. Bless you. Jenna, what's the problem? It's contractionary. They're both contracting. So what must be the problem? We're gonna be in inflationary gap. I forgot to do this last box. I'm sorry that you're gonna have like uneven boxes, but I want to do 2 aggregate supply and demand graphs and just what happen to be an inflationary gap. Just draw 2 aggregate supply and demand graphs, both with inflation. Why does it matter if they both look the same? The back of our paper is going to have one expand and one contract. So we're going to have our aggregate demand going wonky ways. Andrea, what are the 2 tools of the contractionary fiscal policy?
You can increase taxes.
We can raise taxes, or we can decrease government spending. What are we probably going to do between those 2 options? If we had to close an inflationary gap, we could raise taxes, we could government spending, but which one would probably do? Not raise taxes. It's the government spending, but why? If they would both get us out of recession, Jared, help them out. The spending multipliers can have a bigger effect, so you're going to create a deficit either way. Oh, not the deficit this way, the surplus either way. But which one is going to create a smaller surplus, I guess you could say. So if you do either of those things, aggregate demand is going to shift to the right, aggregate demand decreases. It looks like the economy is back to normal. Prices go down, GDP goes down. Aggregate decreases. Price goes down. Real GDP goes down. Finally, what happens with the unemployment rate, probably? Or which one? If we're contracting it. Or it's going to increase. I know that it's unemployment rate. You're all like, why would we want unemployment rate to go up? Well, we're trying to contract the economy. We're overinflated. We need to slow the economy down. Yeah, that's going to have some more unemployment, but whatever. Yeah. The natural rate of unemployment never changes, but the unemployment rate does change. Let's talk about like long-run effects. Ainsley, if you were to raise taxes and or cut government spending, what's that going to create for the government? Not an deficit. This time you're bringing in more money, but you're spending less. You have extra money. Good job, Anna. This creates I'll say contractionary fiscal policy creates surplus. What graph? Okay, well, okay, are you thinking about what graph we're gonna draw next? Yeah, which one is it? I'll give you a hint. It's almost the same situation as the last one, but opposite. So what was the next graph we drew on the top? It is loanable funds with real interest rates on the y-axis, quantity of loanable funds on the x-axis, just regular supply and demand. And this is the idea, not of crowding out, but of crowding in. And so what is going to shift? If the government has a surplus, do they need to go to the banks and take out a loan? No. Why would they do that? Because they have all this money in the world. So you can either shift demand to the or supply to the okay, you do you. I don't know what you like to do. If you like to say there's more supply or there's less demand for loans, I always do supply for crowding out and demand for crowding in, but that's just me. Either way, real interest rates are going to go down. Real interest rates go down, capital stock goes up, long run growth goes up. Okay. So yeah, what are the three tools of contractionary monetary policy? The Fed will sell bonds. Sells bonds. What else do they might do? Raise discount rate. The required reserve ratio. Before that changes aggregate supply and demand, any odds what graph are we going to draw before that? Money market. We've got nominal interest rates, quantity of money, money supply is vertical, and money demand is horizontal. Grace, if the Fed does any of those things, selling bonds, raise the discount rate, raise the RR, what's going to happen to what line and in which direction? Money supply to the left, raising the nominal interest rate. That slows down the economy. Aggregate demand is all like, wow, I can't take out as many loans with higher interest rates. And so aggregate demand is going to shift to the left, closing that inflationary gap, which is exactly what we wanted. Aggregate demand decreases. Price level goes down. Real GDP goes down. Unemployment goes up. Well, in the short run. But if you combine these two things together, both contractionary policies, let's have a little summary in here. What happened to aggregate demand for both of them? Did they match or did they counteract? They matched, they both went down. So all the things that go along with aggregate demand decreasing, they're the same, they match. So aggregate demand goes down, price level goes down, real GDP goes down, unemployment rates go up. This is talking about both at the same time. If they're both expanding, then they'll both expand. If they both contract, then they both contract in the short run. But in the long run, previous question, they both expand, sure, expansion. But the interest rates were going in opposite directions in the long run. Same thing here. Interest rates for fiscal policy went down. But interest rates for contraction and monetary policy went up. So I know what tomorrow's going to bring. Tomorrow's going to be like slowing down the economy. But in the long run, I have no idea what's going to happen to long-run economic growth because it's dependent on interest rates, and I don't know interest rates because fiscal policy makes them go down, while monetary policy makes them go up. So when it comes to interest rates, indeterminate. So I said long-run economic growth,
Indeterminate.
indeterminate. Long-run growth, indeterminate. I don't know. Put a paper to the back. Let's do expansionary fiscal contractionary monetary. Okay. I'm gonna put you up to speed only because we've done all of the policies already. But I'm gonna ask you which set of policy you're gonna do, because we've done that just now. So I'm just gonna be throwing stuff out there, but I am gonna start off with two different gaps. Carter, what kind of gap am I gonna start off on the fiscal policy side if they want to expand? And what gap over here? Inflation. And you're like, well, why? How could they be starting from two different scenarios? Maybe Congress is looking at some set of data points that say we're in a recession, while maybe the Federal Reserve is looking at other pieces of data that say we're in an inflation. So they could be looking at two different pieces of information that are not all that clear and big as gifts. So let's start off with the session I got over here. And inflationary gap over here. Okay, so I'm going to basically be just talking to myself from here on out. Expansion of fiscal policy, I'm going to expand the economy, so with the two tools of expansion of fiscal policy, I'm going to lower taxes, get spending going again, and or I might raise government spending. The problem with the government spending, since the spending multiplier is bigger, it'll have a bigger effect. Either of those things, both of those things, is going to increase aggregate demand. Aggregate is just the rate, both the price level and GDP go up. Aggregate increases, price level goes up, real GDP goes up, and unemployment is going to go down. Well, if they keep on doing this and they spend more than they have, the government is going to create a deficit. And so, in the long run, expansionary fiscal policy creates a deficit. And the government is going to go to banks to take out a loan to cover this deficit. And that's the one on the one side. Real interest rates, quantity of loan funds. And that's the one. You graph running out however you like. I always have shift to supply to love, but you can do shift to demand. Right? I'm going to do supply to love. Interest rates go up, which causes investment spending to go down. Price capital stock. And the last economic growth. Eco growth. So yeah. The Federal Reserve might be thinking that we're in a period of inflation, so they might do contractionary monetary policy, which is self-monitoring. They might raise the discount rate or raise the required reserve ratio. Either way, fine. That's fine. Contractionary monetary policy is going to take money supply left, which raises the interest rates. But inflation, aggregate demand shifts to the left, and we are A-okay. Aggregate demand decreases, price level goes down, real GDP goes down, unemployment rate goes up. But that contractionary monetary policy did change its rates, which is really going to affect long-term economic growth and the ability to take out loans to buy capital and keep those. And in the long run, it's a good time. Rates are high, investment spending goes down, capital stock goes down, less economic growth. So let's recap, see what's going on with all of those things, if they do it at the same time. I want you to look at your aggregate demands. What happens to aggregate demand? Indeterminate. Expansionary fiscal policy, it makes it increase. Contractionary monetary policy, it makes it decrease. I have no idea what's going to happen to aggregate demand. I don't know which one's going to have a bigger effect. Don't just assume they cancel each other out. I have no idea. And since I don't know aggregate demand, that's indeterminate. So is all the things that go along with shifts of aggregate demand. Price level, I have no idea. Real GDP, I have no idea. Unemployment rate, I have no idea. So aggregate demand, price level, real GDP, and unemployment rate are indeterminate. I have no idea what tomorrow's going to bring, but I do know what's going to happen in the long run. What is going to happen in the long run? What happens to interest rates on both? They go increase. So what happens in the long run? Economic growth. It goes down. I have no idea what tomorrow's going to bring, but in the future, in the long run, it's going to suck because interest rates are going to be higher. Long run growth is going to go down. You'll never guess what they're doing in real life. This puppy right here. We just had a tax cut. That's expansionary fiscal policy. Federal Reserve, last time they got together, they raised interest rates. That's contractionary monetary policy. I have no idea what the next year is going to bring, but just about the time you guys graduate college. That's where you guys sleep. Yeah. Fun. It's a fun thing, knowing what the future brings, when people don't talk to each other, or any idea what they're doing. Yes, but that's not you. Hey, plus you'll be trying to get a job in a market. All right, let's do our last thing. What's the last combo? You'll never guess what happens. Contractionary fiscal. And expansionary monetary policy. I'm going to remember start off from two different gaps because they are trying to achieve two different things. Congress must think we're in a period of inflation. So I'm going to start off with the inflationary gap with the policy side. The Federal Reserve, though, they must think that we're in some sort of recession. So I'm going to start from recessionary gap over here. Contractionary fiscal policy, they're trying to slow down spending and trying to slow down aggregate demand. So the two tools of fiscal policy that will contract it is higher taxes and or less government spending. That combo is going to decrease aggregate demand. So I'm going to say aggregate demand is going to decrease. left, like on this graph up here, closes that inflationary gap, which is exactly what we wanted to do. Aggregate demand decreases, price level goes down, real GDP goes down, unemployment rate's going to go up. And yes, the absolute rate of unemployment does not change for any of these scenarios because it's not a thing that you can change. That's redefining what it means to be unemployed. You can't do that. But this combo of more taxes, less spending, they bring in more money, but they spend less. In the long run, that creates a surplus for the government. So in the long run, contractionary fiscal policy creates a surplus. The government doesn't need to go to the bank to take out loans if they have a surplus. Floatable funds. Real interest rate, quantity loanable funds, demand, supply. However you graphed crowding in before, you need to do it again. If you did more supply or more demand, whatever you did on the previous page for crowding in, I always do, less demand, not more demand. Sorry. If they take out less loans, I don't need loans. I always do less demand. But you can also do more supply. Those interest rates fall, which means like there's more capital stock, and long-run economic growth is going to go up. But our must think that we're in some sort of recession because they're trying to expand the economy. So they must want to buy bonds, or lower the discount rate, or lower the required reserve ratio. Either way, they're affecting money supply on the money market graph. If they do expansionary monetary policy, that increases money supply. Money supply shifts to the right. They buy bonds. Interest rates go down. That lower interest rates in the short run is going to cause aggregate demand to increase. Price level go up, real GDP to go up, and unemployment rates go down. And let's just shift. We'll come back to that. Hold on. We'll just shift in aggregate demand, closing that gap to the right over here. Right. We're good. And with those lower interest rates, it's going to grow the economy in the long run. In the long run, the interest rates are like low, and so more capital stock. And higher economic growth. So let's recap. What does contractionary fiscal policy do to aggregate demand? It decreases. What about expansionary monetary policy? What does that do to aggregate demand? I don't know. Oh, sorry. I'm just going one step ahead. It increases, but then together, I don't know. Because aggregate demand shifts in one direction, but then it's shifted in the other direction. I have no idea which one's going to have a bigger effect. So when it comes to aggregate demand and price level and real GDP and the unemployment rate, I have no idea, and it's indeterminate. But I do know what happens in the long run. Here's the thing about economics. You either know short run or long run. You cannot know both. If there are going to be policies, you either know today or 10 years, but you don't know today and 10 years. I don't know today, but I do know in 10 years, in the long run, because interest rates are going down here, and down here, and they're for sure going to decrease, which means long-run economic growth, which is completely dependent on interest rates, economic growth is going to increase. I know what next few years will bring, and it's good. So, what we're doing currently is like the worst possible scenario. I have no idea what's tomorrow, but I do know 10 years from now it's awful. The two situations on the front, and I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but at least I know what tomorrow's going to bring. Tomorrow's going to bring something that I know. I know that from the future, but when you track fiscal policy, expansion, monetary policy, that's the best for the long run effect. That's the best combo. Low interest rates, higher taxes, less government spending, and buying the bonds. Hey, Grace.
So, this would be like happy to do that same time.
Yes, this happened at the same time.
It would be like, is that for fiscal gonna happen sooner and then monetary is like kind of later, so not as much? Because that was the lag.
Well, they both kind of have lags.
So I was thinking maybe like the monetary one's like trying to like clear up the fiscal space first.
Most of the time, monetary policies, they're like, let's try to fix what Congress screwed up. But they both will have some sort of lagging effect. And they don't talk to each other. Like you would think they would talk to each other, but they don't. Because think about it, fiscal policy. Fiscal policy is all political.
Yeah.
And even though you're like, I can say, hey, vote for me. Yeah, I'm going to raise your taxes, which means you're not going to vote for me. I'm going to raise your taxes, and I'm going to work with them to make sure in the long run we're going to have like an A-OK time. But they don't talk to each other, and they're not up for like in the future. They're worried about like the next election.
So like what I'm saying, like fiscal side cause and monetary kind of like the best, like they're trying to.
I don't really think it like that. Like on the AP test, they're not going to go that far in detail. But yeah, possibly. Like month 1, month like 4. Possibly. It doesn't have to be the exact same day that this is happening. It's at the same time span here. Alright, hopefully, Kennedy, pay attention to that. Good luck.